Back to 9S, I guess. Unit 9S has destroyed the core of a resource recovery unit. He has obtained an authorization key in the process, but I am concerned about his worsening psychological state. Care should be taken to prevent Unit 9S from coming into contact with Unit A2. Affirmative. Likewise, this pod will take care to see that Unit A2 avoids contact with Unit 9S. I'm crushed. Seriously.
Alert. Abnormality detected in vitals of Unit 9S. Proposal. Commence data overhaul immediately.
Pod, search for the other structural units. I need to find those authorization keys and destroy the tower.
Alert. Combat inadvisable during abnormal vital conditions.
It's fine. Run the search.
Scanning. Actively operating enemy large structural unit detected in accessible location. Marking location on map.
Pascal, man. That's just... I don't think I've felt this bad for a video game character for a very long time. This game really just that was a gut punch, that one. Literally, they took everything from him. I couldn't take his life as well. I mean, that just would have been too much. Just the way he, like, every time, I mean, I doubted him throughout. I'm just generally not the most trusting person in general. And obviously, given the context of this game with the androids versus the machines and whatever, and what we've seen happen in the game, I always had my doubts about Pascal. Like, maybe up until like 30-35 hours in, I was always like, something's going to happen, and Pascal's going to turn, like, either intentionally or unintentionally. Some shit's going to happen, and Pascal's going to end up, like, being the enemy. But he proved me wrong every time, and it reached a peak when I got to the nuclear weapon thing, and he didn't take the information. Like, that was, I don't know why. I mean, maybe it wasn't that huge for you guys, but for me, that singular moment was just so powerful. When he refused to take it, I was like, that's like next level kind of benevolence, like transcendence. I don't know what you want to call it. And then from there, that was just like what really solidified the fact that Pascal really seemed like an ally and just a great character that was doing literally everything possible to try and have a peaceful world. The way he won over 9S and 2B and A2, like all of them, got everyone on board, everything seemed like it was going well. Went through the wars, and after all of that, terrible. Just nothing good happens in this game, seriously. Nothing good happens in this game. Pascal was my silver lining, and now the silver lining's gone too, so I'm upset. Okay, right. Eulogizing over. We got a game to play. Gathering Keepsakes. Gathering Keepsakes has returned. That's brilliant. Okay, that's good news. Now, I think what I'll do first is run some errands with 9S because, okay, we got this, but I know that there's some chests that I got to get. So I'm gonna run and pick up some of those chests that I know is there for 9S. So one should be in Emil's cave. That should give me a Gestalt report to read, which is something I definitely want to do. Then there was one that I saw while I was trying to get the Desert Roses for the Twins quest. There's that one, and I think there's the Engine Blade one. So I got to make sure I get that too. So there's a few little things I got to do yet, but we'll get there. I do need a little bit of a break after what just happened with Pascal. I do wonder if I can visit Pascal again now. Like, I don't know how that works, but I'll run my errands first and then I'll get to Pascal. So I feel like, based on my list, if I can complete Gathering Keepsakes as well, I'm on like literally the final maybe 2 or 3 side quests, for the entire game, and then I'm ready to really just push to the end and get it done. So we'll see. Getting close. At least we get to hear this beautiful theme again. And I'll do some reading while I'm down there too. So we'll have that theme in the background, and I'll read some intel for you guys. Okay, here we go. Back again to the game's Dreams Anakin. Okay, here we go. It's been a while since we hacked, like legit hacked. Number 10. Oh shit, I thought there were 6 in total. Shit, okay. So let's have a look at some of this intel. I think it's built up a bit. I haven't read for a while, or there's stuff that I haven't seen. Archives 55%. Not bad. Ooh, okay, yeah, I got... Okay, so these appear in the intel. I didn't realize, because we already read the whole story. Oh, wow, okay, we have character profiles. Okay, well, let's read. Yorha, Gunner 16, a unit from the experimental Yorha squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. Number 16 possessed a rough-and-tumble personality ideal for her role as a gunner, where she was required to attack foes from a distance. Though she possessed a defiant streak that extended even to her superiors, she was assigned to the mission anyway due to her tremendous offensive abilities. During her squad's assault on Mount Kaala, Number 16 volunteered to stay behind and hold off the machine lifeform army so her companions could continue up the mountain. She fought with great courage alongside members of a local resistance group and managed to hold off overwhelming numbers until the appearance of a Goliath that was unaffected by ordinary weaponry. Seeing no other way to end the fight, she chose to destroy the enemy by overloading and detonating her own fusion reactor. This act of self-sacrifice, despite her defiant nature, is one of remarkable interest and likely merits further study. So it's interesting, of course, that these guys are basically the experimental group. What does it say there? Yeah, experimental Yorha squadron. So these guys basically ended up forming the blueprint for like androids like 2B, I guess. Scanner 21 or 21. A unit. Number 21 possessed a cool and analytical personality that perfectly fit her role as a scanner. Okay, so they used to have female scanners, or they also have female scanners. I think I only met male scanners so far. We've barely seen any, but I think the 3 that we met so far have been male. But maybe they used to be both sexes, I don't know. Her first and perhaps most impressive achievement was using her analytical abilities to cure a member of a local resistance group who had been infected by a logic virus. Unfortunately, she fell victim to the same virus shortly thereafter during the assault on the Mount Kaala server. Though she fought valiantly, the virus had evolved into a form she could no longer remove, which eventually led to her asking an allied unit to end her life. Experimental Yorha Unit Number 21's initial success against the virus has been determined to be valuable information regarding how to construct barriers against machine lifeforms. That's a long old line. And should be included in the basic systems of all subsequent Yorha squadron members. So there you go. This is how, because I remember we had this logic virus thing going on and they had a way of trying to combat it. And I guess Scanner 21 was like the pioneer of that technology. Attacker 4, A4. Though Attacker number 4 possessed an unusually bright and cheerful personality, she still managed to be effective when it came to engaging in close quarter combat. In addition to providing a morale boost to the group, this unit also used her sunny disposition to form an alliance with the local resistance group. She was eventually killed during the assault on the Mount Kaala server, the cause of which was a self-directed overload of her own fusion reactor. Further research reveals that she undertook this action as a means of protecting her companion, Attacker number 2. One further note. While this unit's cheerful personality provided certain benefits to overall unit morale, it was also responsible for a decrease in fighting spirit during intense combat, and as such, it has been deemed inappropriate for future models. So there you go, that gives you an answer for that. Attacker number 2, A2. She specialized in close quarter combat and was programmed to have a neutral personality. Well, she don't seem very neutral now. Attacker number 2 took command of the squadron after the death of its original captain, number 1. Despite issuing many questionable commands during her initial time in a leadership role, she eventually formed a working relationship with the Resistance and succeeded in destroying the enemy server located on Mount Koala. While the experimental Yorha Unit number 2 possessed great growth and adaptability abilities, wow, say that one 10 times fast, adaptability abilities, she also deserted her post following the destruction of the server, and as of this moment she has yet to be apprehended. Our R&D group is currently conducting further research to determine whether or not there were issues with this model's personality settings. Asterisk. The missing experimental unit, now designated A2, will be handled by the Type E division. So these were the guys that we met in the Amnesia quest. There we go. So yeah, she survives. And one thing I wasn't 100% sure about was, like, is it exactly the same body that took part in this phase? Like, how do you survive the nuclear fusion thing? I didn't think you could, but I guess somehow A2 did. So, Resistance, Rose. This android, encountered by the experimental Yorha Squadron, is the leader of a group composed of many Resistance members. A survivor of the 8th Descent operation, she continued to wage guerrilla warfare in the Pacific region thereafter. Unable to stop the ever-proliferating machines, she continued to fight a war of bitter attrition for over 200 years. After encountering the experimental Yorha Squadron, she sought to change the tide of battle through fighting alongside them. She was destroyed by machine lifeforms in the server room underneath Mount Koala during the mission to destroy said server. And Anemone, she has the shortest one. A member of the resistance group led by Dahlia that was encountered by the experimental Yorha Squadron. This unit was said to be unusually cautious and showed the greatest initial distrust of the experimental Yorha Squadron. However, her disposition gradually grew more amicable after scanner number 21 managed to eradicate a logic virus that had infected one of her companions. She executed an infected unit, number 21, in the elevator hall of the Mount Koala server facility and went missing shortly thereafter. And now I guess we have the summary of the entire thing. So I won't read the whole thing because we already went through that entire process, but while the destruction of the server struck a blow against enemy forces, the true purpose of this operation was to monitor and research how the experimental Yorha units behaved during battle. That's interesting. This information would then be studied and integrated into new Yorha models once the project were to proceed past the experimental phase. One note of concern. It has been verified that the black box signal of the experimental unit Attacker number 2 remains live. Due to the possibility of the unit being captured and compromised by the enemy, and due to the unit's existence itself being a matter of the highest level of confidentiality, it has been decided that it is to be recovered, or disposed of, by the Type E division once the group is fully operational. Damn, son. So you go through all of that, and basically they say here that the true purpose was to monitor and research how they behaved. She survives this like horrible experiment where basically I don't think they really planned to defeat anything anyway. And then her reward was to basically be hunted down to be disposed of. That's just horrible. Good grief. So we had Jackass's bomb recipe. Oh wow. The corpse of a suitable android, 5 cores. I use a machine's head, but you be you. Okay. Infant machine memories. This is interesting. It's so dark, Mummy. I've been born. Mummy, where are you? What should I do? Tell me what to do, Mummy, please. I'll try my best. Please don't leave me alone. I'm so lonely, Mummy. Mummy. Data saved on server. Okay. And we have old world information. Yeah, all the way up to 10 now. Okay, so there's a 700-year gap between 6 and 10. We have received troubling reports from multiple administration zones that the replicants have started to behave as if they have developed senses of self. It is currently under investigation what implications this might have for Project Gestalt as a whole. As other disclosable matters have already been directed to the Administrators Union, they have been omitted here. Let me just go back here. Spiritual preservation method. So developing a sense of self is, as in other than the person that they used to be or something? Enables the separation of the soul from the body and the independent preservation of both. Okay. I will need to look at the rest of the reports. I think I will try to find where the rest of them are and get them eventually. So there we go. That was a bit of a sesh, but got some good reading done. Right, let me get out of here. I'm hearing the word chimera. Probably just random. Okay, next stop will be the chest in the desert, so I'll probably edit ahead to it now, and then after that we'll be back to the factory again. Can I do the factory mission while I'm there? There's a quest in the factory, but I think it's gone now. I'll deal with like plug-in chips and weapons and that kind of stuff later. It's going to be more exploration than just chest opening for now. I'll probably switch it back to easy once I'm in the factory, just because I want to get to the chest. I don't want to screw around here. I've been playing for a long time. I need to cut myself some slack. This is the quickest way I know how to get there. Maybe there's some other shortcut that I'm unaware of, but it's only a couple of minutes. Okay, here we go. This should be where this chest is. Yep. Give it a good hack. And... oh, what? Damn it. I thought it was something better than that, to be honest. That's a waste of time. I'll make them kind of G's in a minute. Fine, so it will be onto the factory now. I'm hoping that surely whatever's next to the engine blade must be something decent. Ah, okay. Just remember, the fact that I've unlocked this means that I can really make life easier for myself, I think. I'm going to switch it to easy as well, and then literally make life easy for myself. Okay, here we go. Time to find out what's in here. Abandoned factory memo. Okay, fine. Now I've got the self-destruct bros. But I'm playing on easy, so it should be fine. Stay on the move and just get out of here. Screw this. I don't think it matters. Okay, I think now I can transform myself over to the flooded city to deal with the Keepsakes one. And then I should be pretty close to having everything wrapped up, side quest wise. Okay. Always got to try and pick up them pure waters when I can. So I think once all of this stuff is done, then I've got to go up the second discount lunatic Pandora / I think it was called meat box. That was like the word that was written on top of it. Oh. Okay, here we go.
Hello. This is the Resource Recovery Unit. Now activating defense mode.
Hello, dear. Got a bit of work to do first before we get to you, but we will. Oh, it's a little dinosaur thingy there. It's one of those. Okay, we've got a bit of work to do. Bombard these mofos. Sweet. Do I even need to engage with that? I don't think so. Ah, I was going to say, but there's that machine core there that I'd like to get, so... okay, I'm over here, bro. Let's do a hack. We haven't hacked for a little while. Whoa, shit, it's one of these. I hate these. Okay, I've got this. Yeah. Whoa, okay, whatever that is. Ooh. Oh, I'm still on easy. I forgot about that. Shit, my bad. I've got to change that back. Sorry. I took a break for one enemy. I was thinking that sword did way more damage than I thought it would. Anyway, that's not it. There we go, and well, of course they're dead. I mean, that's not a surprise.
Alert. This is one of the Resistance members we were asked to locate.
I was afraid we'd find this. The only personal items are these dog tags.
Analysis. Remaining transmission records indicate the Resistance members were attempting to retreat from battle. Analysis of final coordinates complete. Marking locations on map.
Let's go take a look. Maybe some of them will still be alive.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I would be way more surprised if they were alive than if they were dead. I'm about 98% sure. This game has crushed my hopes just generally so much that whenever I'm faced with whether an outcome's going to be positive or negative, or even neutral, I'm like almost always on the negative side now. I'm usually not this negative. I can be a cynic, but I'm not usually this negative. This game has broken me. I think if this quest ends up being like literally every single one of them's dead as well, I'm going to have a few words about this, but for now I will use that 2% optimism and say maybe we can save one of them. So where are these guys? Where was that? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say these guys still seem the same. They're not any worse. They're not eating each other, but I guess they wouldn't eat if you threw like a normal machine here. I guess they probably would try. I don't know. It's a weird situation. It's nice to not have to jump up to that one anymore. Okay, let's see what situation we're going to find our android buddy here in. Are the zombies going to be feeding on it? Yeah, another one bites the dust.
Man, there's blood everywhere.
Is there?
Whatever happened must have happened right here. Talk about a bad way to go.
Damaged dog tag. Okay. I don't think there's much else for me to do here. Where's the next one? Where is this? Oh, okay. Right. Thankfully it's not inside the factory, otherwise I was going to get pissed off. Just too much factory recycling. It's a recycle factory. That would have been funny if it was. Like, how can you complain about an area being recycled too much if it's literally a recycle factory? That's meta. Okay, to the factory we go. Okay. I think this one is down here. Yeah, not in the factory itself. Where you at, buddy? Oh god, there we go. Yep, 3 for 3 so far. No surprises yet.
Alert. This is one of the Resistance members we were asked to
Alert,
locate.
this guy is dead.
No vital signs detected. The unit is deceased.
Sorry for stepping on your dead hand, bro.
Alert. Emergency support request found in transmission records.
When was it sent?
Approximately 12 minutes ago.
That means they're still alive. Let's go.
Target
Does it now?
location data obtained. Marking on map.
Does it really, though? Because that's exactly the problem. So, like, as of now, I've started to get to the stage where, is he alive? Nah, it's not alive. Because it's always, whenever faced with like a positive or negative outcome, you always just choose the negative one and you're pretty much never ever wrong. So, the desert... Oh, no. Gonna have to come in from the camp. Fine. Actually, I remember we got an email. I should probably check that. Council of Humanity. Thousands of years have passed since we humans were driven to the moon, and while the war remains deadlocked, we know that our continued efforts is only possible thanks to your valiant efforts on the ground. We ask that you continue giving your all. Yeah, okay, I think we've got this one before. Have we got this literal one before? Thousands of years, yeah. So it's a repeat. So you can see how like it's just like on some automated loop. That's crazy. I don't know if like they retain their memories long enough normally to find that out, or because it's broken or something. Are we gonna get to like go to the moon? Just check out what's left. I'd like to do that. Okay. Let's head in. It's going to take me a few minutes to bypass. Actually, before I get too excited, quick save. Because clearly what's going on there is going to be combat. It's like a distress signal or whatever. So clearly that guy's fighting something. So for that reason I'm going to save.